The girl that died.
Nice of you to join us. Good to see you.
I was here Wednesday. Where were you guys for the budget?
I'm not.
Yes.
I was here.
You would have been bored.
Are you talking to the cheerleader?
No, she worked
Would've
at,
been bored.
Oh, backstop or
Yeah.
whatever? Yeah, I don't know.
she died.
Cut all my hair off.
I don't.
It was good son
Yeah.
with Becky Grant.
It really does.
Her son and Betty's son and Becky's son.
This is my midlife crisis moment I get. Second one's leaving the house. Yup.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
Mr. Howe,
All right,
how are you?
let's get started. So we can get on out, right? Let's call our meeting to order. It is Wednesday, March 11th at 7 o'clock. Roll call, please.
Sine Hubbard.
Here.
Owen Costanza. Dave Allgood. Roxanne Sosnowski. Christy Richardson.
Here.
Jeff Goings. Dan Sheik.
Here.
Mark Vance.
Here.
David Howe.
Let's all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay. There is no phone participation. We are all here. Do we have a motion to approve tonight's agenda?
Move to approve the agenda.
Motion by Owen. I heard a second actually out of Jeff. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Tonight's agenda is approved. Do we have a motion to approve Board of Trustee meeting minutes from February 11th, 2026?
Move to approve minutes from February 11th, 2026.
Motion by Owen,
Second.
second by Dan. Any questions, revisions, concerns? Barring none, all in favor? Any opposed? Okay, meeting minutes from February 11th have passed. Sorry. No public comment. All right, motion to discuss and approve Resolution 2026-10, a resolution of the Village of Poplar Grove, Illinois, approving and authorizing the village president to execute an agreement with Linda Ortiz Entertainment for face painting services for Neighbors Night in the amount of $800.
Move to approve resolution 2026-10.
Motion by Owen. Second by Sine. So this is back before you. So Linda can bring an additional person at $100 an hour. So there would be 2 face painters here for a total of $800. Any questions, concerns, discussion?
For the children.
Barring
That's
none.
what they say on every new tax.
Barring none. Roll call, please.
Jeff Goings. Owen Costanza.
Yes.
Dave Allgood. Sine Hubbard. Mark Vance.
Yes.
Dan Sheik.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-10 passes. Okay.
How is that the air conditioner on?
Over here. I know.
No,
That's the
it's
return.
this cold draft came out of it.
I don't see it.
Shouldn't be.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a.
Make the scroll run faster.
All right. Motion to discuss and approve Resolution 26-12, a resolution of the Village of Poplar Grove, Illinois, adopting and approving the village petty cash policy.
Move to approve resolution 2026-12.
Motion by Owen. Second by Dan. Okay. So this is the formal that came back after our discussion. Are there any additional questions or concerns? The only thing that was added, I remember, is if there was a discrepancy, what would be done, if I remember correctly. Yes.
Shortages and overages.
Yeah, was
Right,
it, we
okay.
built it out with some additional procedures. So that was the only change to the policy. Any other questions? Concerns, comments? Barring none, roll call, please.
Sine Hubbard. Owen Costanza.
Yes.
Dave Allgood. Mark Vance.
Yes.
Dan Cheek.
Yes.
Jeff Goings.
2026-13, Resolution 2026-13 on petty cash passes.
12.
12.
Oh, I jumped ahead. Sorry.
Yep.
Resolution 2026-12 passes. I jumped ahead. Motion to discuss and approve Resolution 2026-13, a resolution of the Village of Poplar Grove, Illinois, adopting and approving the daily cash drawer policy.
Move to approve resolution 2026-13.
Motion by Dan, second by Mark. Okay. This also came back from our previous meeting.
There was no changes on this one.
I don't believe, yeah, I concur. There was no changes for this particular policy unless we have any further this evening. Okay, barring none. Roll call, please.
Dave Allgood. Jeff Goings. Owen Costanza.
Yes.
Dan Cheek.
Yes.
Sine Hubbard. Mark Vance.
Yes.
Resolution 2026-13 passes. All right, moving right along. Do we have a motion to discuss and approve Resolution 2026-14, a resolution of the Village of Poplar Grove, Illinois, adopting and improving the water and sewer installment payment plan policy and procedures?
Move to approve resolution 2026-14.
Motion by Owen,
Second.
second by Mark. Okay. So this has come back. It can actually come back in two pieces here. But the first piece is the resolution with the policy itself. And there wasn't a lot of changes to this. There was the addition in the policy for installment payment criteria and qualifications number 3. We had a discussion as to if there had been a previous default, what to add. We concluded that in the 24-month review, that no more than one previous defaulted payment plan, and no, there is a spelling error. No mover, that's it, actually. And no over. There is an M that needs to be removed. Then 6 times being late with payment. So that's a Scribner's error. But there were no other changes or additions to the policy. Any other questions or concerns?
It's exactly as we discussed.
Okay. Then barring none, roll call.
Dan Cheek.
Yes.
Owen Costanza.
Yes.
Sine Hubbard. Mark Vance.
Yes.
Dave Allgood. Jeff Goings.
Resolution 2026-14 passes. All right. Motion to discuss and approve ordinance 2026-08, an ordinance amending Title 4 Public Ways, Chapter 2 Combined Waterworks and Sewerage Systems, Section 6.2, oh, I thought Title 6, hang on. Got my letters backwards. Title 6 Public Ways, Chapter 2 Combined Waterworks and Sewerage Systems, that's terrible. Section 6242, 6244, 62410, and 62411 of the Code of Ordinances of the Village of Poplar Grove.
Yahtzee. Move to approve ordinance 2026-08.
Motion
Second.
by Owen, second by Dan. All right, so this is the ordinance portion. Roxanne, would you like to?
Sure.
Yeah, turn on the side. On the side.
Sorry, I didn't turn them all on.
It'll go. Just give it a sec to warm up. There you go.
All right. So before you is an ordinance that amends the Code of Ordinances to outline what will occur in the event the village cannot shut off service due to a B-box obstruction. That could result in an administrative fee of $55. We have added language regarding extreme weather and what shutoffs will occur and what will happen with regard to extreme weather. And then the installment payment policy that you just adopted, we have codified not all of the policy, but the main, what I'd call like the meat and potatoes of the policy, the requirements that has now been would be codified into the Code of Ordinances so that there would be information available to the public as to the fact that an installment payment option was available. And then finally, restoration of terminated service. We have outlined in what instances accounts would be restored, and then the costs associated with the restoration fee before service is restored. Happy to answer any questions you may have.
Any questions, guys? Okay. Barring none, roll call, please.
Sine Hubbard. Mark Vance.
Yes.
Owen Costanza.
Yes.
Dave Allgood. Jeff Goings. Dan Cheek.
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-08 passes. Okay. Motion to discuss and approve ordinance 2026-09, an ordinance amending Title 4 Motor Vehicles and Traffic, Chapter 1 Parking, Locating, and Storage of Vehicles, Recreational Vehicles, and Trailers in Residential Districts, Section 4-1-1 Parking, and Section 4-1-1-2 Parking during snowfall, and the Code of Ordinances for the Village of Poplar Grove.
Move to approve ordinance 2026-09.
Motion by Owen,
Second.
second by Mark.
Are there any changes in this that had some unusual restrictions for recreational vehicles, trailers, and residential districts?
There wasn't any. The biggest change in here was for the length of time for various types of vehicles to be basically left out. The commercial vehicle section was added to address those. The general penalty was changed so that it would refer back to the general penalty or ordinance that's already in place. But I don't
The
recall.
recreational vehicle ordinance was
didn't
not
change.
changed. No, at the last meeting, there was, direction given by the board regarding the parking of commercial vehicles, either on residentially zoned property or on village right of way. So this ordinance now would address, those issues, the parking of commercial vehicles. And then with regard to, parking during, periods of snow emergencies, the ordinance has been amended, indicating that the public works director, his or her designee, would be making the determination with regard to whether or not a vehicle needed to be towed.
And how, or what means are we using to determine if a vehicle is commercial or not?
There's a definition in the, there is a definition.
Yeah, in the actual ordinance. I
And
don't-
it's in the, it's not in this section, but
Yeah.
it is defined in the code.
Yeah,
I
the,
have a C plate on my truck, 10,000 pounds, that means commercial vehicle.
Can't be parked in the street. Can be parked in the driveway.
It's a pickup.
I know.
Oh, we know.
I have D-plates too, but I mean, that's very common.
Right,
And
it's
this
as defined by the Illinois Motor Vehicle Code.
is why I have make money parking vehicles, because I can't park them in the residential areas
Mhm.
anymore. Lots of municipalities don't let you park it on the street. If it's in your driveway, it's fine. I mean, that's pretty common.
But a standard pickup truck could be allowed to be parked on the street. What if it had commercial signage on the door? Does that make it a commercial vehicle?
Yes, and on the ordinance, they're allowed to be parked. It's just for what period of time. So the new ordinance would limit those vehicles from being parked in residentially zoned property for longer than 48 hours.
Which is pretty common.
Which is pretty common, yeah. But now, say, and I'm just asking these questions. So is there any relief provided to contractors that may have to park a commercial vehicle on a site that has to be on the street because there's limited access? And is there, how do they pursue relief for that without being cited or towed?
It's just like, just call here and then. When I park in Naperville on the street by my brother, he calls police, because it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, 'cause there may be some places where you literally can't get the commercial vehicle in a driveway or on the
Right.
property without damaging the property. And, you displace the homeowner by trying to do that. So I just want to make sure that while we're creating a code to try to help organize some issues and create some relief, that we're not creating any obstructions for any of our small business owners or people that wish to do business in the community.
There is an exemption in the ordinance for commercial vehicles parked outside of an active work site. Those would be exempt from the section.
Last sentence of E.
Right here.
And I would think we're so small, as long as they communicated that.
Right.
Well, if they're moving every 48 hours,
Yeah, the issue that we had that we're trying to address with the ordinance is where we had large vehicles with equipment for undergrounding projects that were primarily companies out of the Chicago suburbs and other parts of the state, actually, that were utilizing the Village of Poplar Grove municipal streets for parking for weeks and sometimes months on end.
using us for storage.
Any other questions?
Outside of a new construction home or something like that, more the people that are basically using it as a public parking lot, where it's migrants parking on a road for days on end. This is intended to prevent that kind of stuff from happening, not so much people parking for a day or two while working on an active site.
Right, like I said, and I just want, to understand it. In the case of somebody pouring a foundation or a form truck has no access to be on the street, and it's gonna take a week to get this foundation in and out, form strip reloaded. I would hate to say that we would cause anybody that wants to do business or help us grow in this community any sort of misery or, discomfort in trying to do business and cause the residents any grief in that process also.
And these contractors are really just taking advantage of it. They literally pulled two of the tree trimming trucks in the parking lot and were in the picnic area by one of my berms. And I walked up, so what are you doing? Oh, stop there and have lunch. What? This is private property. Get your stuff and get out. And they're just taking advantage.
Yeah.
Hence,
Hence-
the contractors in the village are also very good about reaching out to me when they are going to be around for an extended period of time. So that should not be an issue.
So hence the exemption
Yeah.
for the active work site. We've tried to make sure that we've not, inadvertently harmed the ability to do business. Are there any other questions, concerns, discussion? Barring none, roll call.
Dave Allgood,
Yes.
Owen Costanza, Jeff Goings, Dan Cheek,
Yes.
Sine Hubbard, Mark Vance.
Yes.
Ordinance 2026-09 passes. Do we have a motion to discuss farm and sledge lease?
We should discuss farm and sludge lease.
Motion
Second.
by Owen, second by Dan. All right, what I basically did since our last discussion is I just updated the memo and to notify the board that a termination letter was sent, certified to past leasee, along with an email and a text. No response has thus been received. And then I spoke to the county who provided their farm rental rate and a copy. I didn't include their copy of their contract or their lease in here, but because it had people's names and stuff like that on it, but which is they charge $275 per tillable acre. So whereas my original proposal was between $225 and $250. So. So we need to come to a consensus of what type of rent would the board like to have per acre?
Could you please repeat?
Yeah. Yeah, so we need to come up with a consensus as to what the board wants to charge for rent on the space for per acre. So,
We have 10 to 12 tillable acres that the village owns. We do a farm lease on it. The county charges $275 an acre.
Mhm.
Christie's suggestion was between $225 and $250. I'll say $237.50.
Charge what the county charges. I mean,
No.
why? Why?
Otherwise, it's just gonna sit there. Something's better than nothing.
Yeah.
I mean,
$237.50 is nice.
$250 and it's still a deal.
Well, yeah, I mean, and
Well,
he's
we're
been,
going off
hasn't he
of
been,
what the county charge.
hasn't he not been
County
paying
broke.
for the last couple of years?
Not since
You got
ever.
a sludge agreement in it, that's why.
Yeah,
But we haven't done any sledge, so.
right, so. Need a number. We have 237.50 at the moment.
250.
250.
So are we basing this, you know, suggested 250 on the 14.36 acres or on the 8+ acres that's tillable?
10 to 12.
It's 10 to 12, that's tillable.
I thought you just said 8.
No, 10
No,
to 12.
10 to 12 is tillable.
Like it says on the sheet.
It
And then-
was 14, I think, before we put the
Yeah,
public
before
works
the
building
building
on
was
it.
put up. So
250.
I hear, I have 2 at 250.
Can you use your auctioneer?
230.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's golden land. I mean,
Dirt's dirt.
if the price is too high, nobody's gonna run it, and it's gonna sit there and there's gonna be no revenue.
Somebody will.
Okay, so you say it's 10 to 12 tillable, but in the second paragraph of the recitals, it says 14.36 acres, of which approximately 8 acres are tillable. So is it 10 to 12 or is it 8?
No idea.
Have to go out there. Yep, they're
Typo.
gonna tell us. But regardless, it'll be per acre, tillable acre, so we still have to have a number.
Agree.
I like 237.50.
I'm good with the 2 1/4. I mean, it's not like it's a lot of land.
One second.
It's not like it's combined, you know, it's not kind of out of the way for anybody.
So there you go. 2 1/4, 250. Let's meet in the middle. 230.
That's fine.
It's gonna be closer to 8.
Okay,
So that's 1,700 bucks. I'm at the
Do I hear 251?
251.
yeah.
We have 225, 250, 237.
Yeah. $1.
All right, guys.
Let's round it off. 238. Pick one. Oh,
I think, well,
What's your opinion?
I think we should, I think.
I'd like
we
to
don't pay
keep
any
them low.
taxes on it,
All
right?
right,
Yeah.
let's take turns.
We don't pay any taxes on it, do we?
Well, we'd have to.
Oh, we
No.
do, yeah.
No, we
right.
don't. We don't have to declare it. Oh, it's ag.
Egg. So let's make that money go in for
Do we know what the
something
taxes are?
specific.
No, it's
There
no
aren't
taxes.
any.
No taxes.
Well,
There's
all
no
right, we do
taxes.
that.
There's no taxes.
What?
Can we specifically fund something with that?
$1,600?
If it gets rented.
I mean,
If it
Yeah.
gets rented. Oh, it'll get rented.
sure, throw it in neighbor's night.
We do that?
We can do anything we want. We just have to agree to it.
Publicly owned property,
Yeah, we can do anything we
I
want with
think,
it.
you know,
Yeah, throw it in neighbor's night.
There you go.
put it back to the people.
Yeah, neighbor's night.
Neighbors night, let's do that. Can we do that?
If we're gonna, if we're gonna
good.
do that, if we're gonna.
Neighbors
something
Fest, you
that's
mean?
Directly back to the people.
Neighbors
I'm
Fest.
all in favor of
Neighbors
220.
night.
Neighbors fest. Let's get it
Whatever.
right.
Hey. Let's try to first of all decide on the rent, and then we can all be in agreement that that's where the money will go. That's fine. So
Mark
that we
hasn't thrown a
can-
number out yet.
I would like to go low. I would like to go, 225 to 240 or whatever.
Meet in the middle.
Trustee Allgood was also at 225.
Okay,
I'm at 237.50.
I think 225 is more than sufficient, but I throw my 2
I would
cents.
like
in.
to, yeah, I
Yeah,
I
we
agree with,
guarantee you get to rent it.
You just cost another ice cream cone to some kid.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right.
I get free
popcorn.
So do we have a consensus
225,
at
let's go.
225?
5.
All right. Okay, so
Nice
then
job, everybody.
we'll prepare
It'll be used, the funds
an
will go into
updated,
neighbors
so we'll
fest.
try to. Okay. Thank you for the consensus. Hang in there. All right.
And if anyone knows how to get a hold of Aaron Eckberg, let us know.
Yeah,
I got his phone number.
okay. Motion to discuss and approve check disbursements for payment scheduled to be paid March 12th, 2026 in the amount of $71,082.15 in AP checks, $35,657.09 in EFTs, estimated payroll of $21,256.81, and insurance in the amount of $21,142.32 for a total of $149,138.37.
Motion to approve total disbursements disbursements of $149,138.37.
Motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Mark. Any questions or concerns on all of the invoice register that was provided? Okay, barring none, roll call, please.
Sine Hubbard. Dan Cheek.
Yes.
Owen Costanza.
Yes.
Jeff Goings. Dave Allgood. Mark Vance.
Yes.
Check disbursement for a total of $149,138.37. Passes. Motion to discuss and approve joint participation agreement with Central Management Services for the purchase of rock salt for the fiscal year 2026-2027.
Move to approve joint participation agreement.
Motion by Owen, second by Dave. David?
State, purchase salt, the other state contract. This is only to enter into that contract. The, pricing per ton has not been determined yet. That usually comes sometime in June or July after everyone's entered into the agreements. But this is just the standard agreement that we enter into every year.
David, when's the last time we looked outside of this agreement?
Not since I've been director. I will tell you that leave the county, their fault this year via this contract and from private entity and did not receive
From the private
from
entity.
private entity. If anyone watched the news this year, you saw most salt areas east were, and out of Milwaukee too.
Yeah.
We're not
Oh, yeah.
providing salt to private contractors and we're only honoring municipal contracts. From what I've seen the last 2 years, I don't know that would be beneficial to go outside the state.
Right. I just want you, so everyone else understands.
I also do know that this year we were at $77 a ton. When we were going almost every day with salt, I was getting a little nervous that we were gonna run out past our contracted limit. And, I was told that it was $103 a ton outside of that contract, so a pretty significant jump
Right.
outside of the contract.
$1,000 truckload.
Thank you. Any other questions for David? Any other comments? Okay. Do I need a roll call? Or can I just do it all in favor?
You can do all those.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, great. So we can, participation in the agreement for the salt has been approved. All right, motion to discuss and approve Barrick Schweitzer, Long, Bosley, and Van Iervra, oh boy, retention agreement for conflict counsel.
Move to approve retention of agreement conflict counsel with BSLBV.
Motion by Owen,
Second.
second by Dan. What this is, and the reason that you have this before you, is that we are currently in conversations with New Leaf and Joe Connerino for a development agreement in the Westergren neighborhood and in Westergren. And Aaron has represented and represents Joe in the past. And that obviously creates a conflict of interest for council for Sanowski and Zito. So this was their recommendation to go with them, and we've been working with them. So this is the engagement letter so that we can continue to do so. I apologize for not getting it to you sooner. So that is the reason that you have this before you. It's just for this one specific scenario where we have conflict of counsel. Any other questions?
So
Mhm.
my only question would be, why couldn't they go out for different counsel?
They did.
They did.
They did.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our office would not be able to represent either entity. We have to completely not be involved. Our rules of professional conduct don't allow us
Okay,
to
so-
participate in any part of the
Gotcha.
transaction whatsoever. He has separate counsel that represents Connerino Homes for matters that he
So
does in
both
Poplar
parties
Grove.
had to go out.
Correct,
Gotcha.
yes. And Barrick Schweitzer used to represent the village of Poplar Grove when Aaron and I worked there.
I just thought it was one-sided. Nobody had.
No, we are not involved in the transaction whatsoever from either side.
Gotcha.
So when do we get details on it?
Oh, when we're close, but we're not quite there. It'll be ready to come to the board soon. So, any other questions?
So we basically already had it, correct?
Yeah.
So why weren't we aware of it?
Because when the conversation was to go ahead and pursue, which I did, and we started that process, and then later on they're like, well, where's the engagement letter? And I go, what engagement letter? And so, I mean, it's my fault because it was not clear to me that I needed to bring one forward before we started. So I accept that responsibility, but I wanted to make it right. So
No, it's-
here it is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Any other questions? So I can do an all in favor?
We need a roll call
Okay.
on this one.
Okay. All right. So, thank you. Roll call, please.
Mark Vance.
Yes.
Sine Hubbard. Dan Cheek.
Yes.
Jeff Goings. Dave Allgood. Owen Costanza.
Yes.
All right. So, motion to approve Barrett Schweitzer. I'm going to do BSLBV for retention for a conflict counsel has been approved. Thank you for that. Motion to discuss and approve spring quarterly newsletter.
Move to approve spring quarterly newsletter.
Motion by Owen,
Second.
second by Dan. Any questions, concerns, or changes? I had actually one from Mr. Dopkins the other day. There's going to be some significant work throughout the village via all of our telecom companies. We're going to have a lot of folks running around here very shortly as permits are being issued. And so he had made a suggestion that we just put a reminder in there. So we just notify the public as another means of communication. So I can just simply add that if there's a consensus. They're starting it. They all have to start towards the middle and they have to work their way out, but they're
Everything we just did with Xfinity.
right. That's
This
what
is
they're doing.
Frontier.
But these are different telecom companies. Yep. Yep. So,
Everything we just went through, right?
yep.
Are we getting more green boxes?
Yep. They're gonna be pretty. So that was the only other suggestion that was made. But if there are any others, if we're good with that, then if there's a consensus, I'll just add those and then we'll get it out. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Thank you, guys. For the good of the village, our next Board of Trustee meeting is March the 25th at 7 p.m. Village Hall will be closed for Good Friday, April 3rd. Board of Trustee meetings April 8th and April 22nd at 7 p.m. Do we have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Motion by Owen,
Second.
second by Mark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, we are adjourned at 7:32 p.m.
Explain. You just don't do this.